your final presentation, your final chance as I custom choose the level of breeze, which I chose the highest, to show you how these 4th of July balloons will fly from the power of the Cascade Pro. This is a 2-in-1 socket ceiling fan with the LED light, which, by the way, I can make warm, I can make cool, I can customize the light as well. How easy is it? It's as easy as screwing in a light bulb in virtually any socket in your home without wires, without hiring help, without having to go to the store to get a bunch of parts, because everything is going to come to you, and then you are going to easily install this as easily as twisting in a light bulb. For real, I did it myself, and if I can do it, you can do it. Whether you have recessed lighting or not, it's gonna come with everything you need, including that socket extender and the remote, so that now the light, the breeze is at your fingertips. It's also great for indoor and covered outdoor use. So for those of you who have the covered porches that maybe you avoid the shed where you like to do your work, maybe you avoid the garage or that over the garage room and that space, the basement, because it's a little stale. Now you can make it like get the air flowing in there and make it comfortable to hang out. For $39.98 in a 1-year warranty, this will pay for itself. It can even go if there's a socket in there in like your guest room. So you are gonna use this in place of a ceiling fan, but you're also gonna add it in light and breeze wherever you want it. Here's your white, here's your gray, here's your black, and there's your brown. Please call us. We've sold 235,000 of these before this day. And the team at Cascade has made it better based off customer feedback from you. So Scott, it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful day because it's been this innovation from Cascade. It's exclusive here to QVC that we made for you, the viewer, you, the customer, by demand, by request. But it's just a really cool product. Like, and cool, not cool in air quotes, but actually cool. So,
and you know what?
hello,
But it is
everybody.
cool.
Yeah, it is.
I'm cold.
Like, it's
I am cold right now.
Yeah.
It's a powerful. So you look at this footprint, which you made a little wider than past models.
That's right.
But you think there's no way that's gonna. Maybe it's cute, but there's no way that's gonna pack a punch. No, this does. In fact, it could be like the ceiling fan in your bedroom when you go to sleep at night.
It gives you all the look and feel and functionality and cool, refreshing breeze of a big-time professionally installed ceiling fan, but you're not paying nearly the price. You don't have an electrician coming and destroying your ceilings and the intrusiveness. None of that. All you get is all that nice, cool fan. And the simple part of it is that you just screw it in, because you screw it in because you can't screw it up. So as this slows down, I'm just going to unscrew this quick to show you. It comes with the extender. This can be on or off. So sorry folks, there we go. So if you have recessed lighting, you can use this, otherwise you unscrew it. But all you do is go up into there and screw it into the light area. Like I said, if you can screw in a light bulb,
look at
quite
that.
literally you do that. Anyone can do it. Flip the light and you're good to go.
Virtually any socket, right?
That's right, literally virtually any socket. And then you could turn on the fan, you could turn on the light. How about a night light? You could turn the light off. You could turn the fan off if you want, or you could turn it on to high, low, anywhere in between. And the really nice thing, Courtney, and what my wife loves is, okay, see how that's that cool white, that's that brighter, like she likes warm white. So the first time I put it in, it defaulted to that. She's like, yeah, I like warm white. Okay, no problem. There you go.
Yeah,
done.
Now it's a little more inviting.
Yeah.
So those places where you are hanging out and you do want people to feel like at home and welcome.
That's right.
Like the places we talked about, but bedrooms. I know so many of us right now, one part of the house is cold because we have the AC cranking, and the other parts of the house are hot and stale. Like stale is a really good word for how it feels.
That's right.
When the heat is just trapped in there, and it makes such a huge difference to be able to get the air moving around. But if you don't already have ceiling fans in there, or maybe you've got ceiling fans that are like wah wah, or the places that maybe never came with them in the first place, like your sheds and your garages,
That's
this is a game changer.
It sure is, and because it's so fully featured. So even if you have a ceiling fan from say 6-7 years ago, probably not as loaded with features as this one. Probably doesn't have the timer, probably doesn't have the dimming feature, which can be controlled by remote.
Is your pole like broken off? You know, like we've all been there.
Oh, that's right. And by the way, they are so enormously difficult to install. I mean, it's the wiring, it's the damage to the ceiling. Even if you know what you're doing, and I technically know how to install one, I don't want to do it.
My husband, he was so, it was one of those times where you're like, I'm not getting near him because it's frustrating. He was frustrated because he found out The old ceiling fan was actually installed incorrectly, which made it even more difficult for him to put in the new one. There's a bunch of wires with different colors, and it's just a pain. I mean, it's a pain. This really replaces that, but it then also adds light and wind in a light socket that maybe never had a ceiling fan to begin with.
That's exactly right. So I don't know if we're able to take the lights down anymore, but like we really want to try and get as dark as possible because this is an ultra bright light. 1,350 lumens on the cool white on high. And then, but if you just want a night light, say you're, okay, let's start on the cool white, right? Say you were reading a book here. Yeah, I'm done reading, but I wouldn't mind a nice little night light. No problem, that's just one button. Then it's nice and soothing.
Yeah, and I'm cold, Scott.
Yeah, that fan's a little fast, okay? So yeah, we're on 4, so we're getting the big boy pinwheel out here. We're really moving air. But you know what, maybe it's a little too much air. No problem, let's go to 2. And see, as I bring it down here, that pinwheel's still moving, but it slows down. Hey, it's a little less air. Maybe you're a little more comfortable. Oh, you know what? Got hot again. Let's go up to 4.
It's so
bring it back up. Yeah, there's
you
all
have 4 levels of breeze control, right?
That's exactly correct.
That's really nice because at $40, you would think you had an on and an off button.
That's
but you
right.
have
That's
custom air.
That's right.
You have custom light. I just think that is incredible.
Yeah, and it's practical because anywhere you have a light, a socket, you can put a fan. So I'll show you some pictures from my home in just a second, but this is why you want it because here we have a Cascade fan, okay?
Yeah.
I love this fan.
Yeah.
It is a great fan. It's called the Capri. It's been wildly popular.
Okay.
But here's the science of the one concern I have. If it's only one you have and it's only on this side, let's say you're there and your husband's here. Well, let's take a look at the bubbles and let them tell the story. Who's getting all the nice cool air?
Yeah.
Your husband. Yeah, he
me.
stays nice and cool and you're sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
Well, when you have the socket fan up above you and we have it nice and going nice and quick here, see how these bubbles, Courtney, get distributed down evenly over the bed. So that's the nice part of it is that both of you now are cool.
Yeah.
Both of you are sleeping better and feeling better and you're happy. That's the big difference when you have a ceiling fan.
And it's, I get it why maybe we don't take the leap for the big ceiling fans. They're expensive. They're a pain to install. They're very difficult and confusing. This is none of that. And if you're wondering, well, how would that look over my bed? Or how would that look in my kitchen? Here's literally Scott's house.
Yeah, so we went to my house and you see there's 4 pictures here. As we go left to right, the first one on the left is my own guest room. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, Court. We got to, you know, when we built the house and redid it, I just ran out of budget, just ran out of money, flat out. And we couldn't put a ceiling fan in that room. I wanted to, but we couldn't. Well, now I have one, and all my guests who stay there are nice and cool. Then the second one right there, the next to it, is my kitchen. You see how the brown matches my cabinets, but also when we cook up in the summer, it gets very, very hot. So the problem is we want to keep it cool and we want to keep it fashionable. Well, we've got both of those. The next one is my own attic. So that attic gets hot as blazes. And Demi needs to come over here to play cards. Let's go, Demi. And then that attic gets hot as blazes. I need light, I need fans, I need cooling. It does it with all my QVC products. And then finally, Court, I've got my shed there. See my Sun Joe tools? Well, you know what? They stay nice and cool, as do I in my shed. I got the light, I got the air, I got everything I need where I didn't have fans before.
You can actually see them, you know? And you can also see for hanging out with the fam. Scott, I love this as it opens up more places to hang out with friends and family.
Yeah, and so, you know, this is kind of, we built a man cave here. A she shed could be anything like that. We're playing a little cards. I'm not gonna lie to you, Court, I've played 13, 14 hands today and I've not done very well.
Are y'all really playing?
Let's see how we made out. Flip your cards, what do you have? Go ahead, put them down, let's see what you got. Oh, great, full house, kings over tens. Oh, Mike, oh, he's got an ace high flush. Matt, I just met you, you're new, and you have a straight flush, so you take all the money on one of your first few days here. What I've learned about QVC production staff is they're all cheaters, okay? That's all they do is cheat and take my money. So, no, but all kidding aside, as we sit here, it's very comfortable, Courtney. We've got a nice fan going. It's adjustable, right? So let's say we want warm white, okay? Let's say Michael says, you know what? I kind of like the bright. And Matt says, you know what, I don't like any of you, I'm taking the money and I'm getting out of here, let's just turn this thing off, and he's gone. So he's made out like a bandit, but you turn areas that are normally hot into areas that are nice and cool, whether it be a workout room, a shed, a garage, attic, whatever it might be, it does the job for you.
The basement, you know, a basement is a good example. A lot of us have that space, but if it's stale down there and the air is not pumping in there, you're not gonna go down there and use that space. Now, think about yourself, but also your kids, your teenagers, and where they're hanging out. Think about what those guest bedrooms look like. Do they just have a light
You know
without
what?
a fan?
I've seen enough of this. Court, okay, just so you know, last time here, I'm out of here. Sorry, I'm tired of you guys. I'm tired of losing money.
Away in defeat.
I'm coming back to see you.
He's accepting defeat.
I got whooped. I got absolutely whooped.
I love it. But thinking about, you know, upgrading those spaces, but upgrading your closets, upgrading your bathroom. Our main bathroom in our bedroom is so hot because the sun beams in there all day, and our air conditioning doesn't really work nicely on our second level anyway as much as it does on the first. So I'm always like taking my makeup off at night and I'm like, I'm hot. It would be so smart to pick this up and pop it in one of the sockets, and Scott's gonna make me work again. But
Enough chatty, more dewy. Let's go. You're doing this.
The white
Let's
is
go.
the most popular. This is the final presentation. The gray, the black, and the brown, and it is the last chance at under $40. And yes, I will.
And by the way, you're stepping on. This is an S-Fix stool. This is a QVC product.
Oh, cool.
So S-Fix, the same people make the hooks. That's the stool. Okay, first our option would be, if we wanted a ceiling fan, usually is right here. These wires, this nonsense, hot neutral ground. I mean, very few people know what that is. Very heavy, and it's definitely going to do damage to your ceiling. All right, so instead of that, let's take this out for you, and let's put it back in for me. So we're just gonna take this out here, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Now this is a normal socket. I'll let you hold that.
Okay.
If a normal light bulb were in here, you just unscrew it. Okay, make sure the light switch is off.
Oh, okay,
all right.
is it off?
No, it's all, it is absolutely off,
Okay.
yep. And then the easiest way is if you hold one of the blades, and spin it right in. Good to go, you're good. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I'm a pro now, okay?
You are a literal professional ceiling fan installer.
Courtney
right there.
Kadavi's ceiling and fan install.
That's a little side business. We'll get you a truck with a little logo on it. And then all we do here, we flip the switch back on. There's your light, there's your fan, and all that look and feel and cool, refreshing breeze.
Actually, it probably is easier than a light bulb in some cases, you know?
It is, yeah.
It is that easy, it is that effortless, and then now you've added custom light. You know, if you say, you know what, I don't even know how often I'll use the fan, but I want to be able to change from warm light to cool light to night light. Like,
this was the biggest selling feature for my wife. We have all warm lights. We are very particular about the lights in our home. So when I first put this in, I screwed it in, it defaults right away to the cool white.
Yeah.
And my wife right away was like, I don't like it. Not that she didn't like the fan,
Yeah.
I don't like the light. I'm like, oh, yeah? There you go.
Do you
No
like it
problem.
now?
Are we good now? We got the warm white, we're good. And now she's like, this is brilliant, especially in the kitchen. When we cook in our kitchen, it's hot. This cools it right down.
in the final 5 minutes, I want to go to the phones because Colleen's calling from Pennsylvania. Hi, Colleen. I'm here with Scott. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. So you've picked this up before?
Just a couple of weeks ago, it came.
Oh,
and
good.
I opened the box, and initially I bought them for my barn because I just wanted to circulate the air, and I thought, oh, it looks like a nice little fan. I'll just throw it out there. I opened the box, and I was so shocked by the quality that I thought, you know what, I'm putting them in my kitchen instead. So it was so easy to install. I couldn't believe it. It took literally like a minute or two. And the thing I like the most about it is when I'm prepping for dinner, I have the bright white light. And then when I just want a regular light on, I can switch that to like a warm glow. And it's just absolutely perfect. And the extender makes it customizable. And I love that it's a great design and a style that I think goes with almost any design that you have in your house. It's perfect.
I love your story because I just think that's one of the cool things about this, Colleen, is that you get it home for one thing and then you're like, wait, maybe I need for other parts of my house. So you had that happen, and I'm glad that it was a good experience for you, and thank you for calling and sharing it.
Yes, thank you.
I hope you have a really great rest of your 4th.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you so much, Colleen. Appreciate you.
What a cool story that
Very
she
cool.
was
Yeah,
going to put
no,
it like barn,
absolutely, yeah.
and then she ended up putting it in her kitchen.
Well, it's one of those things, you know, Jane Tracy and I, when we kicked this off at midnight, she made a good point. It's one of those things where if you only get one, it's going to get home like, I really wish I would have gotten
Totally.
one. Because, you know, like I said before, my own guest room and home, we just ran out of budget. We did it 10 years ago, and we were doing a lot in the house, and we just couldn't put a ceiling fan in every room. I wish we could have.
Yeah.
Now I did, and I have it, so my guests now can sleep better. And you've got the lights, you've got the variable speed, you've got all these features and functions of a really high-end ceiling fan, but at a fraction of the price and a fraction of the damage and the intrusiveness and all that nonsense.
And time and hassle. when we bought our house, none of the guest bedrooms had fans. And so it's a big expense to go get a big ceiling fan. And it's a huge time consumer as well, and a huge pain in the rear. Because you just
100%.
never know. It's always like you think it's going to go well when you